So I just left a hostel called The Notch, and it was nice to stay there, but man, it had a lot of rules. You had to leave your pack out in the shed, and so it made it really hard to organize. And then, you know, because if you needed your, I had to go outside to the shed to get my batteries and stuff to charge them up, and I had to get my food bag and take it up and leave it in the kitchen. So I had 3 spots where I had stuff, and of course it's been raining every day, and or every night. So I hung my tent up in the shed to let it dry. I was worried about that because it's also a hiker box, and I was afraid somebody would go out there, take my tent, which that would be devastating. And I don't want to, I mean, I could use a tarp, but I don't think even a tarp would be as light as my tent, because I got a duplex, which is pretty light. It's like less than a pound. And so I have like 350 miles left. I've taken 2 zeros in the last week, so I've only hiked like about 20 miles in the last 4 days. And I'm just wore out. My knees are shot. You know, and these mountains are not, they're not a joke. Right now I'm on a trail going up to the trail. So it's like a rails to trail. Okay, so I just made it up to another peak, and I run into another hiker. And what's your name?
Lauren.
Lauren?
Yep.
And so what made you want to hike the AT?
Well, I quit a job and I wanted to just feel self-reliant, I guess, you know? You got everything you need on your bag and just take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think of this view? It's pretty neat, isn't it?
Yeah. I never noticed that the notch was like purple like that before.
Oh, wow.
I was up this high, because I've only seen it from the Notch Road.
Okay.
But it's like totally purple. It's really pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe that's what in the Star Spangled Banner, what they mean about purple mountains.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so are you going over that big one over there?
Yep.
What is that big one up there?
I think that one is Lafayette.
Lafayette? Yeah, I gotta go.
And then I think it's downhill from after that. So I think like working my way up, and I think that's the end of it.
Okay, is this your first alpine hike, or have you done one before?
Actually, so this is my first hike like on a ridge line. So,
yeah, well, we're above the tree line. We're in alpine territory.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, that looks.
Gotta take care of the vegetation.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna sign off because it's cold up here. I want to get moving.
Nice.
Okay, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So this has me excited. I have it on widescreen because it's a better picture, but hiking on these above the tree line in the whites, I mean, all that climbing and bouldering and knees hurting and everything, and this makes it worth it. But you really can't tell on the widescreen. It just has, I like it because it has better image stabilization. But yeah, this is pretty steep. Not real steep, but you can tell they've done some work on this. But yeah, everywhere else is just walking up rocks too. There's the, let me turn it around so you can see what I look like up here. There's me. Near out. So that is my last climb of the day, and I'll be up to above 5,000, I think. And then I'm going down. There's a campsite and a shelter about 5 miles from here that I might stay at, but it's AMC, so you got to pay to stay there. I got somebody that they got a caretaker that stays up there in a tent, and so I don't know if I might just pass it up because ATMs are really hard to find up here. So I've only got like 19 bucks cash, and they're gonna want 10 bucks to camp there. So anyway, back up above the tree line. Alright, here I am on the summit of Lafayette, and I can't get it, but I know it's windy, so I'm trying to talk into the microphone, but yeah, this is something else. That's where we were today. The sun's going down. So I just woke up this morning and hiking, and it's pretty rough last night. I made it 11 miles, but I didn't get there till like 7:30, and it's pretty tough. This is the trail that I have to go down, and there's my hand, so that's really not going to give much of a, but yeah, that's where I'm going, somewhere over there. But it's pretty tough. Yeah, this is a lot different animal than the Smokies. Looks about the same in elevation, but I mean, there is no trail. It's just I'm walking in a creek. But that's the trail up above me. It's supposed to rain tonight, so I want to go 14, but I got to go either 6 or 14. And then if I do 6, then I can do 8 the next day, and then try to go over Mount Washington, and if I go up on Mount Washington, I'll probably have to stay at the hut, which is going to cost me like $150, and they don't like walk-ins. You have to make reservations, blah 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 blah. I mean, where do they think we are? Alright, there's a storm coming in, so I'm heading for a campsite that has a shelter. I gotta pay $5, but wouldn't you know it, I gotta go over a dang bald. These whites are just, one surprise after the next. Can't really depend on these navigation apps because they don't really give you exact information. It said 0.2 steep trail, and so I get on the trail and I'm 0.6 miles, 0.8 miles away from the shelter. And I know the shelter, they're not going to put a shelter in the alpine zone. They have to put it below the tree line, so I got to walk down to the tree line. I know that, which I don't want to be above the tree line in a storm anyway. So anyway, I hope I can upload this. Maybe I can get a signal. It doesn't look like there's Many antennas out here though. We'll see. Morning time in the whites. And this is what I'm looking at. I just took a mile side trail last night to hit a shelter so I wouldn't have to sleep in the rain. And it was nice. It was right on a cliff, so I was looking out at the clouds rolling by. It was pretty neat. And I should have shot some of that, but I didn't. I always never think about it till afterwards. So tomorrow, well, I'm gonna go into town tonight and resupply. Then I got to go over Mount Washington, which is kind of strange because I got to go over the presidents. It's like Mount Washington is the tallest one. It looks like one mountain, but each peak they named after a president. And that's supposed to be, I think at one time that was the end of the AT. It's too bad it isn't now, but anyway. It's where I should have shot my video up there, but I figured I'd do it here, put my camera away. There's some hikers up there. They're coming from the shelter too. Most of these young people are faster than me. Okay. Gotta get hiking. Going down Zealand Mountain, and this has been the trail. It rained last night. This has been the trail all morning. Going down this, I gotta go down this the side of this mountain to. I'm probably gonna go into town because I don't want to go to. I don't want to do the presidents unprepared. So I'm probably gonna be heavy again going up Madison, and but that's okay because I'd rather be heavy and have food than be light and worried about it. Well, actually, there's a restaurant on the top of Mount Washington, so I might go ahead and just take a light pack, eat at the restaurant that day. You know, take 2 days worth of food, hit the restaurant, pig out there, use the bathroom, because it's kind of hard to find a place to use the bathroom when you're up above the Alpine line. You know, they don't want you messing up nature, so, which I understand, except for them. They can mess it up if they want, because they're the government. Anyway, so, yeah. If I make it through today with dry feet, it'll be the luckiest day of my life. Well, not really. I'll be pretty lucky. And I would hate, that's why I like to hit the shelters before the rainstorms, because this looks like this would be just a flash flood. It's not bad here, but when you hit the steep parts, it's just nothing but a creek bed. I mean, there's no dirt. It's just all rocks. This is got some rocks to walk on. We're not supposed to walk over here in the woods, just on the trail. So anyway, looks like that wood they put there dammed it up. So I'm putting this thing away. This is Zealand Falls, and there's the trail. There's a hut up here. I'm gonna see if they got anything for sale to eat. I'm hungry. And I hope they still got some soup. That's usually what they got, soup and brownies. The whites, they just keep on showing. There's always something to see in the whites. Looks like the leaves are starting to change too. Those mountains are really cool right there. I'm glad I'm not up there. Trying to go into town and wait for serendipity and wallflower and the mare, so we can do the presidents together, because I heard it's really windy. Everybody said Jackson had 70-mile-an-hour winds. So, and there's really no campsites up there, so you really have to plan it. So I'd rather do it with somebody else. I don't want to be up there by myself doing that. Let me roll out.